Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up? I hope y'all can see me okay because I have a tan.
Besides the natural one you're born with.
Yes, I have a tan because I get up and walk every day. So I have a tan that I'm quite proud of. I tell you. Let me see. I'm trying to set this thing right. Anyway, I do have on the top. You just can't really see
We
it.
are not doing an R-rated show, y'all.
Not at all. Anyway, I'm Jamie,
And I'm Sonya.
and we are why? Because
Because
we
we said
said
so.
so.
I think we got it.
Anyway, I don't know what you be hearing, girl. Anyway, so thank you all for tuning in. Oh my goodness, I have a lot to say on this topic. I know initially I was like, I don't know what we were going to talk about, because of course we get our stories from social media. And do y'all know how many crazy stories there are on social media? It's a lot. So we
And
have
we're
to
going
filter.
back and forth. We're like, this one,
Man,
this one. Whew.
and then half the time when she finally say this is it, y'all know what I do, right? Forget.
Exactly.
So I'll be
But we're
texting her
good
like,
today.
yeah. I'm like, what are we talking about again? So anyway, I just want to let y'all know that none of this is scripted. I can tell you. You know those TikTok skits and all. No, you get what you get. If I
Yes.
slip up and say a bad word, it is
It is
not
what it
gonna
is,
be
y'all.
bleeped. So anyway, today, did you put it on my page, Sonya, that we were going live? You didn't.
Hey, y'all. We're live on
Wait
Jamie's
a minute,
page.
and I'm horrible because usually I would send text out and all that. Oh my God, I did nothing today. So hopefully y'all will find us. Anyway, go ahead, Sonya. Read what you're gonna read.
Okay, y'all. Here we go. So, my husband's baby mother threw a birthday party for their 10-year-old daughter yesterday. The baby mother told my husband that I was not invited, so my husband did not go. Now, my husband's family, mostly unmarried women, are bashing him for his decision to stand with me, and they are accusing him of being a bad father. His own mother said that I should have been understanding and not become upset if he had gone to the party without me. The baby mother and I have no bad blood. We have never been disrespectful to one another, have not had an argument or any dispute. But she told my husband that I was not welcome to the party because of my attitude. By the way, his daughter loves me, and I am known for being very kind and direct. Is my husband right for standing with me, or should he have left me behind to attend his daughter's party to save the family he came from? Y'all, what y'all say about that?
Um, so I say, I am a very upfront, blunt person, and I just say stuff that come in my mind in real life. I mean, like if I'm talking to somebody and I want to ask them a question, I ask. It doesn't matter how personal or whatever, but I will normally say, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. And so a lot of times people view you different ways when you say that. So she said, I'm very kind, but I'm blunt. So
Right, that's what she
bluntness,
said. She said direct.
you're direct. So, when you are direct, people have a tendency to think that's the same as rude. Because some people may have come from the we don't talk about anything. So when you bring up something they don't like, or they're like, I'm appalled. That come to them, that's rude. So I kind of scratch that out. I tell you why I scratch that out. Because if the I don't want to call it the baby mama.
The
The
child's
mom,
mother.
the child's mother. If the child's mother thought that there was a problem, she would not let her child go over there. Period. I don't care who's over there, the mama, the grandmama, the whoever. If I think that there's going to be an issue with my child, with you, they're not going. My kid isn't going. So I'm thinking that she wanted to have the family over, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, and they feel like a little family, so she didn't invite the wife. He should not have gone. And the reason I say he should not have gone is because you teach people how to treat you. And if he would have gone, she would never invite the wife to anything because she knows that he's going to show up anyway. So, sir, have a birthday party for your baby and invite them same people next week. They just had two different parties, but no. If he would have said, "I'm gonna show up without my wife," that's how it would be all the time. So absolutely not. She does not get to run their family, as far as I'm concerned.
Hmm.
Oh, I see that look.
No,
Oh, for
see,
sure, I
let
see
me
that
tell you,
look.
honestly, on this one, I'm kind of torn. I really am. I'm kind of torn because I feel bad for the little girl because,
For sure.
right, because see, the little girl, that I didn't see where she said that they had planned a party for the little girl. So it would have been different if they had said that they planned something for the little girl. So she didn't say that. So the mother did plan something for the little girl. So even if the father just kind of like, so like if they just kind of went by, so like the mother, the wife stayed outside for a second, the daddy ran in, took a gift in, and just said, "Babe, I'm just coming in to drop this gift off. I just want you to know I love you. You know, I can't stay, but I do want you to know that I love you, and I'm dropping this gift off." And then just kind of, just left, took a couple of pictures with her, and then
Nope.
left. Just let her know, that
Nope.
he was there for her type thing, and then left. But because this is some
Mm-mm.
stuff that's gonna come up throughout her whole life.
Mm-hmm.
If they are
Mm-hmm.
not co-parenting, how are you going to how are you going to have this little girl not have her dad at stuff if there's some issues with that with the wife that
Exactly.
there should be some type of conversation or something. It's like, at what point did you learn that you were not invited to this party? Because you say there's no problem with you and the baby's mother.
Right.
Obviously, there's something that you don't know.
Within
Because
but it's up to the baby's mother to communicate that. If he's getting his child.
so Gail said that her nor her ex went to anything at her ex's. No way. They never invited them to anything. Each family did their own thing. And see, that's what I'm saying. So, but he didn't do anything. I didn't see where
But
they
he
said they planned anything.
but it doesn't matter. He might not want to give her a birthday party. That's okay.
But what is he gonna do for her?
Maybe nothing. Everybody don't do birthday parties. So what if he say, "I don't want to do a birthday party"? That is okay. You don't have to do all this stuff people are doing now. He might say, "I'm gonna take her to dinner and it's just gonna be us." That's fine. He does not have to throw her a party. Her mother is being messy and she's causing a problem. If you are sending your child over there and that lady is helping raise the child, because when she goes over there, she's being handled 90% of the time by the woman. We know this, right? The daddy ain't running up behind that girl all day doing her hair, making sure she dressed. Daddies in normal situations, now some of y'all do, and I salute y'all. I feel you. Most of the time, daddies do not do 100% of taking care of the child all day, right? They come home from work, they chilling, the wife comes in, what are we doing for dinner? All of that stuff that mothers do. So if the lady's doing all that and you're okay with her doing all that, why can't you just invite them both to the party? They both could have went in, handed the gift, gave the girl a hug, said hi, and left. You're not going to exclude my spouse over your foolishness. I'm not going to let you be disrespectful, because if I let you be disrespectful one time, you're going to always be disrespectful. And
So
that's
I
not going to.
figured, like, so for me, I'm at some point, y'all got to figure this out as adults, because somewhere that child has to matter. And I understand, yes, you have a wife, and yes, you've chosen to make this person your wife. And I do, biblically speaking, yes, your wife comes first, and yes, your husband comes first. But you still had your child before you had your spouse, apparently, in this situation.
But why are
So
you
you
pointing it
still
at
have.
him?
Let me finish. Did I interrupt you, ma'am? We
Don't
about to
matter.
take
You
it to
know
the
I ain't
street
that
here.
person.
Come
You know
on,
I'm.
girl. Come on, girl. Honey.
You
Ma'am.
have an attitude.
No, ma'am. I got an attitude, ma'am. Yes, I do.
Wait a minute. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Go. Finish.
No, but I'm serious. No, for real though. But I just feel like somewhere they need to have some kind of conversation, because I don't want this little girl to grow up being resentful. Because you think about it, if there is a good relationship right now, and like she says, the daughter loves her, like the little girl is gonna look, and she's gonna look for her dad. And if the baby mama and that family has that little girl ear, what they gonna say? Well, your daddy didn't come because so and so couldn't come, so he didn't come.
No,
So I'm
not couldn't
trying.
come. No,
Or
not couldn't come.
They're not gonna tell that little girl the truth. They're not gonna say, I didn't tell her, I didn't invite her. They're not gonna tell her that. That's what I'm saying. These people need to sit down and have some type of conversation when you have a child that young still involved. If you have grown people, yeah, I can understand if you have grown adults, because everybody's not gonna be around when it. But when you have young people, sometimes you got to sit down and have some kind of conversation, because those kids are still forming opinions about people at that young and tender age, and you don't want that baby's feelings to be hurt over grown folk mess.
It's on her mama.
This the same thing when we was talking about buying these expensive gifts for these old crazy baby mamas. Y'all was okay with them baby mamas getting them $300 bracelets. Now these baby mamas won't even let you come to the party. That's why that lady didn't want that woman to get that $300 bracelet.
That is not the same, ma'am. Hate to tell you. That is not the same.
That's why she didn't want her to get that bracelet, because she
Not
knew she
the
wasn't going to
same.
invite her to that baby's birthday
Not
party.
the same. Not the same. The baby mother is being petty and
She is.
ridiculous.
I agree.
And guess what? When little Susie come back over to the house, we gonna sit down. We go. Excuse me, y'all. I got a sore throat. She's gonna. We're gonna sit down, and we're gonna say, guess what? We wanted to come to the party, but unfortunately, we did not get an invite. As your
and
dad,
little Susie gonna say, "Well, that's not what Mama told me. Mama told me that you just didn't want to come." And who little Susie gonna believe?
It depends. I don't know.
Little
But
Susie
let me
gonna
tell
believe
you,
Mama, because
I
Mama threw
would
little Susie
definitely
that
put
nice
mine
party.
out there. I would definitely put mine information out there. And that's how it is. Now, I just don't believe in, and once you start splitting up spousal stuff and doing stuff, now Susie got a party. Now, oh, Susie wants you to come over because this is her first time getting her hair flat ironed. Susie wants you to come over because now she going to get a mani-pedi and I want to take her and she want us to be together. Then it's going to become all that crap. Nobody's doing that. Ground rules have been set. And guess what, Susie? This is what's gonna happen. I'll have a party for you over here where my wife is welcomed. I'm not doing that. Once you start and you open that door, it is a disaster, because now they can divide. They set it up.
And see, that's why I'm saying that's why the grown folks need to have some type of
they
conversation.
do. But the mother of the baby is the one that started this crap. And so now they need to work it out. Now, ma'am, since my wife can't come to your house, you're more than welcome to come over here, but we need to have a conversation.
Right. And that's all I'm saying.
And part
they
of
need
the
to have some type of conversation, because there are still these minor children and there are still a lot of events. Little Susie
Right.
getting ready to graduate from elementary school. Little
Exactly.
Susie getting ready to have a lot of life events in front of her that it's going to
Exactly.
be. So what if mama say, you can't, I don't want her to come to the high school graduation. That is not even
Exactly.
at her house. So what is she
Exactly.
going to, so daddy's going to miss the high school graduation?
If my spouse can't go, yeah, yeah. But see, the discussion needs to go like this. We're gonna have discussion as an adult, as adults, me, my spouse, and the mama, the baby mama. I said it. And because that's what you're acting like, lady. You're bitter. And then at the end, we're gonna bring little Susie in. And we're gonna all have a conversation. So she can hear everything. She can hear the conversation. Communicate with these children. If you don't want her around, then we're gonna all sit down and you're gonna tell her, I don't want her to come. Let her ask, well, why? I think she's rude. Well, she's not rude to me. Because that's what it should be about. If you feel comfortable enough to drop your child off someplace, then you should be comfortable enough for that person to come in your house. Period. Period. Don't look at me like that. Your hair looks really pretty. Your locks are
Oh, thank you.
the
Thank
bomb.
you. I just got them retightened.
They look really good.
And look, so this is the funny part. So while we're talking, so my husband's ex-wife actually is my loctician who tightens my hair.
Yeah.
So I mean, who did my hair? She. So this is, so that's why when I talk about stuff like this, it's really hard for me to even really have a real opinion because
Right.
we don't have that kind of stuff. Like, so like
Right.
sometimes I'll be at events where she's not, or she'll be at events where I'm not, but we never have had that. But then again, we're all adults and grown, so it wasn't
Right.
that we were talking about minor children. So when
Right.
we came
I
into
agree.
relationships, we, like, I don't know how my 30-year-old self would have, you know, been, or how her 30-year-old self would have been when we, if 35 or so year old
Right.
selves would have been in these same situations. I hope that we would have had sense enough to, have these things where we could be in the same rooms together and be able
Look,
to, celebrate our children together.
I'm with you, Pat. At high school, she inviting her own people. Look, when you have my child, my daughter is blended family, right?
Yes.
They're a blended family. My son-in-law had 4 children prior to him and Jasmine getting married. Then they had 2 children. And in our household, um, out of his 4 children, 3 of them were raised with him and Jazz. So we had a family of 5 over here. Only one was not raised with them. And when when um when one of the boys was well, when both of the boys were graduating from high school year after the other, we didn't have any problems. Jazz got on the phone, called the mom who lives in Georgia. We live in Vegas, and was like, hey, what time you coming in for the boys' graduation? You could stay here. We didn't have them issues because we're grown and it's about the children.
Exactly.
The kids wanted their mom here, then girl, get here. Stay, you ain't gotta worry about the hotel or whatever, just stay here. She stayed here with her boys. You know, so it's about the children. It's about the kids. There should be no bitterness. Those kids were babies when Trey was broken up with the mom. There should not be any bitterness. Why is where worked? Everybody has moved on with their life. And if you haven't, you should.
You know
You
what?
know,
This is something that I thought was really. So she said in the letter, the lady said, the mother said, she said, the lady who wrote it, she said something about he that his family was going to be at the party, and she said it was mostly single women. So is she saying that to say that because they're single women, they don't understand what it is as a married woman? So they don't
probably,
they don't understand her point of view because they're single.
Probably. Probably because it is a difference. If you've never been married before, you do not understand the dynamics of being married. That's a whole different. That is not, when people say, I've heard people say things like, well, we already live together, so nothing to change when we get married. And, I always say, well, baby, it should. Because you're no longer a girlfriend, you're now a wife.
Exactly.
Things should change. So people, if you've never been married before, you don't understand the dynamics of being married. I don't care what you've seen. I don't care about your mom and daddy marriage. I don't care about your grandparents' marriage. I don't care about Miss Susie down the street marriage. Until you get married, you will not understand the dynamics of being married.
So Pat says something missing from this story. I think what's missing is I think that there's some, I think that the lady who wrote the story, the baby's mother has an issue with her that she doesn't know she has an issue with her
Yeah, obviously.
until this particular thing came up.
Right.
And I'm curious as to how long they've been married and if this is a first time that this has happened.
Right.
Because she said that they had a good relationship.
Exactly.
But she said that the baby mother said that she has an attitude. So I'm wondering if like there's something that has happened somewhere in there, that there's some communication that needs to go on between them. Because, and I think that they do have a good enough relationship, because if the little girl likes her, if the husband feels comfortable enough to come back, if she feels comfortable enough to tell him why she feels that way, and he feels comfortable enough to come back and tell her, it seems like they all have enough where they can come together and have some type of a decent conversation where they can get past this. Because I really do think it seems like they've been, I really wish I knew how long they had been married and how, and if this is just the first time this has happened.
Right. Well, the thing is, I think the mother of the child was on some BS, honestly. I think she wanted to, maybe it was because she didn't want to deal with seeing the family interact with the wife. I mean, that could be kind of like a sore point. Oh, that we used to be real cool. Now they all over there kikiing it up with her. That would be hurtful, I'm sure. I've heard people say that. I've heard people say, girl, they'll always be my family. When they done moved on from somebody else, I'm like, girl, leave that woman's husband people alone. I mean, that's cool if y'all okay, but to be running over there all the time talking about, oh, that's always going to be my family, when you putting a dig on that married woman.
But you know what? His family is making it bad. And I think like I've had people in my family who have had relationships where they've divorced, but the family have still embraced the first wife, as opposed to giving the second wife even the opportunity to even be a part of the family. Like they still take vacations with the first wife and still invite her to everything. And I'm like, me personally, I wouldn't even want to be a part of all of y'all stuff. Because number one, I done went and got me another dude. And if he can't come around, I'm not coming around. So I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I done got me a new family.
Right. I've had people say, I walked into my husband, wife, whatever, I'm going to say spouse. I walk into my spouse's mom's house and she still got pictures of my wife with her ex-husband on the mantle. Inappropriate. Sorry. She's moved on. You need to move on or we're not coming back over here. We ain't coming back.
And I personally, like if I went in my mama's house and she still had pictures of me and my like me and my first husband and me and my husband coming, I'm like, I'm gonna go in there and take him down myself. Like, I don't want him to feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
I wouldn't put him in that position.
Yeah, so, I think you're right, Pat. I think she feels territorial with his family. And I think she wanted that family feel, oh, we're going to be here with my daughter and my family, because we still cool like that. And I think she just kind of had that little warm, fuzzy feeling. And brother, pat on the back. He shut it down. I'm not doing that. No, you're not going to divide me and my wife up. That's not going to happen. I'll deal with my daughter if I have to tell her, honey, this is how this went, and I'm not doing that. Teach her how to treat her husband. Because don't let nobody divide y'all, period. On no level. That's bullcrap. I'm telling you. I'm like, People will try to divide you any way they can.
And honestly, I truly do agree with that. Y'all know I always try to play devil advocate. And it's hard for me to argue a point that I really don't believe, but I do be trying, y'all. Right. Because I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. You know, I'm sure she got whatever she got going on, but, you know, like, husband, why would you go? Why would you? You know, but right. I do really believe that they need to have some kind of conversation though, because there is a lot of stuff that's gonna happen in this child's life, and they do need to get it together. And see, another thing is, what if her and this man have children? What you gonna do? You know, like, because this little girl gotta come over there. And what about his family? That's gonna be his family, and that's gonna be that other child's family too. So how are they gonna treat? So you like with me? So like my father-in-law passed, and so my husband's ex and I drove from Georgia to Memphis together to his funeral. And so his family treated both of us, they treated us both fine. You know, it wasn't like, you know, like she didn't try to act like she was still the sister-in-law, their sister-in-law or anything. I didn't try to like take advantage of the fact that yes, I'm the sister-in-law now. So, you know, like it was just a cool environment. Nobody was, you know, trying to be overly anything, and everybody was just nice to everybody.
Exactly.
So you just have to learn how to act like grown people.
That's how it should have been. She should have allowed it, but she wanted to try to play the little game and got played. And I'm telling you, men, please. That's a prime example how sticking up for your wife. Because trust me, if he would have gone, she would have tried to keep him over there forever. Now the wife is tripping because now 3 hours in, you still ain't home. You know, now she calling. Now she looking crazy, and she calling you again. I've seen this happen before.
Exactly. Pat say that's why she chose not to date anybody with minor children.
Exactly. Hey, baby. I look at some people and I'm like, soon as people say, "Oh, I met a guy," but I'm like, "Does he have kids?" "Oh yeah, how old are they?" Because let me tell you, what you don't want is to mess with somebody with young children, because it's gonna be a problem. You know, it's sad. It is really sad, but you know, that's the way it has to go, because nobody wants to deal with crap. They just don't.
Exactly.
Don't nobody want to deal with crap.
Give us your 30 seconds.
My 30 seconds is, guys, take a page out of this gentleman's book. He understands how to keep a happy home environment. He should not have gone. He did not go. He stood with his wife, and because of that, he will probably stay married a very, very, very long time. So do understand, people will try to come in between your relationship. Do not let them. Don't fall for the okie doke. That's all I got for y'all.
All right, my 30 seconds. Baby mama, stop being so petty. Come on, let that woman come. And if you got a problem with it, talk it out, please, y'all. Because these kids, they need both their parents. And if they got a really good step parent, then apparently this lady loved being around that little girl. So, you know, you don't get that all the time. So, work it out. That's my
communication. Communication is key. Communication is key, people.
It's key.
Yeah, sit down, don't text.
Get off my 30 seconds. That was my 30 seconds.
You were done.
I know, but you don't get to use up my other 30 to 15 seconds of my 30 seconds. I get to keep mine.
Lady, wait there. You're rude. Hangry. Look, you're rude today.
I'm hangry.
Hey, when you gonna finish 30 seconds and I jump back in and you tell me I'm on your 30 seconds? Girls, get out of here. Anyway, communication is key. So y'all start talking to your folks. Keep communicate lines of communication open. And we will see y'all next week, next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Woo, Lord, 5
Come on.
p.m. Mountain and 4 p.m. West Coast time, y'all.
That's it.
And look, I'm all been. You got me all jacked up right now. Look, I can't even think. Oh my God.
You doing good. You doing good.
Anyway, it was something else I was gonna say. It's my birthday month.
Y'all join her live every night. She's dancing.
I'm dancing. It's so ridiculous. I'm telling you. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I just wanna. Anyway, peace, love, happy birthday to all the August people.